Hey, what's up? A friend of mine and I were hanging out recently and having a good time, and I could tell that she was really enjoying herself and my company. And I went to kiss her, and she had told me no, which wasn't a big deal. And she went on to explain herself, and which prompted me to make this video because she I could tell that she felt like she needed to um like explain or defend her position, and like as if I were to be been upset. And I told her that I told her that she didn't do anything wrong, that I wasn't bothered. And because an emotionally mature man, emotionally healthy man, uh, first of all, isn't going to ever be bothered being told no for a variety of reasons. First of all, he doesn't take the actions or the words of anyone else personally. He knows that that has everything to do with them and nothing to do with himself or his worth or his value. Which made me think how there's a lot of guys who will be offended at being told no, being offended about being rejected, or women shooting them down, and guys trying to use that anger to one mask their hurt feelings, avoid the feelings that's brought up within themselves, and then also use use that anger not only to taking avoid taking emotional responsibility for themselves, and 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 being honest. Guys will use that to they'll either get angry at a woman, or shame them, or whatever. And it's just immature behavior. It's just a sign of immaturity. Um, and then it also made me think, well, shit, like why the fuck does she feel like she needs to explain or justify herself? Like as if she didn't make a reasonable request, no in of itself is a reasonable thing. But beyond that, in addition to that, the reason I wanted to make kind of go in depth and make a video about this is that an emotionally, if she's afraid, or thinks that I'm going to be upset, then I guess it kind of made me feel a little bit sad that why what is like why would you why would anyone think that it wasn't it wasn't why would you think that it wasn't a reasonable thing to say? No's completely legitimate. And in addition to that, what man would ever take that personally? What man would ever be offended? No man's going to ever be offended by that. In fact, I thought it was kind of a compliment, because it's a compliment to herself for having clear understanding and respect of what she needed, because she went on to explain, hey, I only see one person at a time, and I'm kind of feeling somebody else out right now, and I don't want things to get confusing. And that totally makes sense. That's legitimate. Like a well seasoned man understands that circumstance. I've been there. I've done that. I totally get it. And everybody has different needs, and everybody is at wherever they're at in their path, and that's completely legitimate. It would not only be it would not only be immature of me to get upset or to take it personally, it would be foolish, and it would be perverse, and it'd just be childish. Like, and it would also show a lack of not only a lack of understanding on my part, but a lack of scope. And so, uh, yeah, oh, okay. So get back to what I was saying. I took it as a compliment because I already knew. Oh, here's another thing. I already knew she was having a good time. I like I didn't I didn't have any inaccurate or inaccurate understanding of the situation and what was going on. Like um and also mature men don't need to rush anything. I mean and I'm totally okay with or without someone else in my life. I'm totally okay with or without attention. I'm totally okay with or without sex. Like, external things don't define me, and I think that's an important thing to mention, that an emotionally healthy and an emotionally mature man isn't isn't going to be shaken by anything good or bad outside of himself. A healthy and mature man doesn't define himself by external things. He knows who he is. He knows who he isn't. He's okay with that. He doesn't need to justify or explain anything, and he's good with or without stuff. That's the why of all the stuff behind um, behind behaviors of maturity and success and health and well-being. Um, that's these are the reasons, the reasons and the language behind uh, why um, why things are the way that they are. Uh, why why oh I mean, why people act poorly, why people act well, like what, the motivations of where it comes internally, like why, um, why there's so much misunderstanding. It's not about all these confusing um, layers of stuff, or it's not about like a patriarchy or rape culture or any of that. It's like no, like men who behave poorly, men who have an adverse visceral response to the world, who take things personally, who think it's all about them, and they get upset. It's selfishness. It's immaturity. It's a lack of scope. It's a lack of perspective. Everything. I truly believe everyone's problems, by and large, for the most part, boils down to it boils down to codependency. It boils down to denial. It boils down to a lack of emotional maturity. I really believe that 98% of people's problems, the only thing that separates any of us is to what degree of emotional maturity that we have, and the rest of it is, it's just not worth worrying about. So those are some of my thoughts on the matter, and I look forward to what's to come. Whether just in life in general, I look forward to knowing what the truth is. I look forward to living in that, and this is the type of results that it yields. Little bit by little bit, I get to create my own dharma. I get to go with the flow of the universe, live in the way, and and just know that, not just know what the truth is, but be able to take care of myself, do the right thing, take care of others, and live in a way that is emotionally clean, a way that is responsible, and in a way that it is not only mature but allows expansive growth, and keeps my life plastic, and it plastic in the sense that it's flexible, not that it's superficial. Just for all of you who are wondering.